I literally love this. I don't know if this is like, is this the shadow or, okay, she's snatched.
I'm gonna test this out. Keep in mind that I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Chariti today and I am back with another video, and today is an actual full face makeup tutorial. The only thing I left out is eyebrows, of course, like I always do, but other than that, it is a full face makeup tutorial. Yes, I went in and I told y'all every single product I was using and why. So I haven't done one of these in a minute, so I was really excited about it. I feel like, you know, makeup tutorials aren't as trendy as they once were, and I feel like it's important for me and other people who do makeup tutorials to realize that there are still people out there who do not know how to do their makeup, and that is why they come to YouTube to figure it out. So I just thought I would sit down for once and actually show y'all full face what I'm doing and giving an explanation behind it. Keep in mind, everyone does have different skin. What works for me may not work for you, but I'm just here to tell you why I use what I use and why it helps my skin and why it goes well with my skin. So if you are interested in this video, and I hope y'all learn something, okay? But if you're interested in this video, just keep on watching. Okay, so of course the first step I'm going to do is prime, and to prime today I will be mixing the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Drops with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Now I'm mixing these two today because I have normal to dry skin, but in the cooler months my skin gets really dry, so I have to hydrate as much as possible when it gets cool outside. So when it comes to primer, you have to choose whatever is best for your skin. I know, of course, we have a lot of oily people, dry people, normal to dry, normal to oily, combo skin. Like, everybody has different skin. Everybody can't use the same thing. So what works with my skin may not work for you. The next thing I'm going to do is color correct. Now to color correct, I'm going to take this middle shade right here, this orange shade from Anastasia. This is the contour kit. And I'm just going to do this to cover up any discoloration that I may have, any dark spots. This shade is what's going to work best for me and my complexion. Picking it up on an e.l.f. brush, a little fluffy, round, flat domed brush. It's like a very small brush, but it really helps when it comes to blending it in. The areas that I'm going to color correct today are my mouth area, all around my mouth, and underneath my eyes. So for foundation today, I'm actually going to do something a little different. Now, I will be using the Morphe Fluidity foundation in the shade F4.80, but I will be mixing this with my Glam Glow moisturizer. And this one in particular, these are the moisturizers that have the shimmer in it, and this is in the shade Sun Glow. That moisturizer, it just smells phenomenal. It smells like Cheerios. Not Cheerios, oh my gosh, Fruit Loops. But that's what it smells like, y'all. It smells so good. This moisturizer especially goes good with this foundation because the Morphe Fluidity foundation can be really dry because it is a matte finish. Now, of course, I'm mixing these because, like I said, I do have drier skin in the cooler months. And I love my skin to look radiant and kind of dewy, but not too much. Not too much of like dewy, but just like a natural radiance to it. I don't like for my skin to look dried out. And mixing your foundation with a moisturizer does help it to have more of a natural finish. And that's what I want to do because it is fall, so I don't want to have cakey looking skin in the fall. That is just not cute. We not gonna do that. See, just like skin. For concealer, I'm taking the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer, and we all know, like I said, it's because I'm dry, so I will be using more of the hydrating products in this tutorial. This is amazing. The coverage is really nice. It's more so of a medium coverage, but you can build it up. It is really thin. The consistency is really thin. However, like I said, the coverage is still buildable. The whole point of brightening with concealer is to highlight the natural high points of the face where natural light hits. So those are the areas that I'm going to be doing today, which are under my eyes, down the center of my nose, the center of my forehead, the center of my chin, and I do it around my mouth to brighten that area up a bit because, like I said, I do have discoloration and I want to brighten instead of the discoloration actually showing through my makeup. So to set the areas where I just concealed, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bakery Flower Powder in the shade Yellow. Now I am going to bake underneath my eyes, especially because we're doing shadow today. Now the whole purpose of even baking is for the extra areas that get extra oily, or if you crease extra bad. So if you have really dry skin, you want to be careful when it comes to baking, or you want to put down a nice thin layer of powder and you want to wipe it up quicker, just so you won't be too dried out. I like to set with yellow powder because yellow powders naturally brighten the areas, so that's why I do that. So now what I am going to do is bronze and contour, and to do that I will be taking these two shades out of my KKW Beauty palette, and that is the dark deep palette. So first I'm going to bronze, picking that up on a Morphe M530 brush. Now when you're bronzing, the key is to add some warmth back to the face, especially after you've gone in and you have brightened with your concealer, because you do not want to look flat, especially in the cooler months. That is just not cute. So you want to go and add that warmth back. And to bronze, the areas that I'm going to go in are my cheeks and my forehead and my jawline, and then I'll be going in the same areas when it comes to contouring. So when it comes to contouring, I'm going to go in with this deeper shade because the deeper shades and cool tone shades, you know, even though I do like mine to have some little bit of warmth to it, but shades as deep as this one, it's really going to get in and sculpt and really define the areas and create that shadow that you want to be there. So the areas that you want to create shadow and you want to bring that depth to, you want to go on with a deeper shade. And when it comes to it, I am not going to go outside of the outer corner of my eye, because that's not what you want to do when it comes to contouring. And a good way to tell where you need to be contouring is by going to the top of the ear and then kind of gauging where that the outer corner of your eye is, and that's the area you really want to contour. The point of highlighting and contouring is to completely enhance your features. So I just want to take some powder along my cheeks, right under the area where I contoured, because I want to really make it as cut as possible, but we will blend it out at the end so it still won't be any harsh lines. I'm going to contour my nose now. When it comes to contouring your nose, that is completely up to you. I feel like everybody contours their nose very differently. I just like to take my contour up into my brows. And I learned this technique from Jackie Aina. I'm going to pick up some loose powder on my Morphe E47 brush. And what I'm going to do is go along the edges of where I contour just to make it a little bit more like snatched. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now we're going to do blush. So I will be mixing two blushes today. I will be going in with my MAC blush, and this is a part of a kit. It was a part of their holiday collection, so I don't know if it's still available. This was the holiday collection last year. Then on top of that, I'm gonna go in with this little Too Faced travel size blush. Why can't I talk? And it is called Crazy in Love. So blush is not something that really needs to be explained. I think blush is like probably the one step anybody can do. Now highlighter is definitely about going on the highest points of your face. When you highlight, it's, you know, the areas that you are trying to accentuate, and when you want it to hit the light, you just want to see that glow, you just want to see it pop. Highlighter definitely lifts the face. My choice of highlighter is the Anglola highlighter from the crayon case. And the areas that I'm going to be highlighting today are the highest points of my cheekbones, the center of my nose, the center of my chin, and I might do my brow bone later. I'm not sure. When it comes to loose highlighter and just a regular compact, a pressed highlighter, I say if you're a beginner, start with one that's pressed, because the loose ones can be messy and sometimes intimidating. Ones that are pressed are just easier to apply, easier to control. So, yeah. Do you see all that pigment? I literally love this. Some people also do their forehead when it comes to highlighting. I don't do my forehead anymore. Just preference. I don't really like to highlight my forehead. One side of my face look completely different than the other, and that's because I completed this side off of camera, and I'm just gonna zoom in, bring y'all in closer so we can get started on the eyes. Okay, so the first palette that I'm going to be working out of today is my NYX Off Tropic palette. And literally, I'm just going to be mixing these two shades right here. And I am just going to take those on a Morphe M433 brush. And what I'm going to begin to do is press that into my eyes, into the lid first, before I even worry about blending. Now with that same brush, I am just going to take that and begin to blend the eyeshadow out a bit. And I'm not going to dip it back in the pan for more product. I'm just going to take whatever is left on it, and this will get the job done on its own. The way to blend our eyeshadow is just going in circular motions from the outer corner to the inner corner of the eye. Okay, so just like this, I chose a really simple look for you guys today, just so it'll be easy for any beginners to follow along with me. Now I am going into my Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now I'm going to be taking these two shades, this one, which is Dazzling, and Wild Child. I'm going to put Wild Child in the center of Dazzling, so it's kind of going to be a little shimmer halo eye type of thing going on. Picking it up on just another Morphe brush. This is a part of the Rose Gold collection. However, it does not have a name or a number. What I also like to do is spray my brush before I lay down any shimmers, just because it just helps to bring that pigment out it is just so intense. Oh, it's beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna do. After I spray my brush, I'm gonna first tap into dazzling, and then I'm gonna first start on the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm gonna work my way over to the outer corner, and I am patting this shade in at first. And as you can see, I am skipping over the center area. And this doesn't have to be neat at all whatsoever, because we still have more blending to do, so it's okay. It'll be okay. Picking up Wild Child, and now I'm just going to pat that into the center of the lid, and then I'm kind of going to go into Dazzling as well, just so the shades can blend in together. Now what I'm going to do is pick up my Morphe E17 brush, and I'm just going to go on the outer corners not outer corners, but the edge of that shimmer, and just blend it all in. Picking up this brush because it'll blend it out while still keeping the eyeshadow in place. So really simple, really easy, nothing too drastic. You know, it's still a pretty eye, pop of color, you know, still kind of dramatic. It's more so daytime, but the steps are very few. What I'm going to do now, it is time for mascara. I'm gonna go on with my Lash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal. Just gonna take that and pop this one at the top. For lashes, I'm taking the ones by Lily's Lash Line. These are in the style Drip Drip. So while I'm waiting for my lash glue to get tacky, because you do want your lash glue to get tacky, that way when you go to apply it, you don't have to worry about it slipping out of place, going everywhere. It'll just be easy to pop on and it'll just stick in place. While I'm doing that, I'm going to brush off this powder using my Morphe M438 brush. Now I'm gonna get close to kind of show you guys how I do this. I hope I can do this correctly for you guys. So what you want to do is, I'm going to use my mirror from my palette. You want to look down while doing this, just so you could clearly be able to see how close you're getting to your lashes, you know, without your hand getting in the way. So I'm just going to take these and just pop them on and just kind of go like that. So what you should do when you apply your lashes is take some liner and just go over that band, just so you can make sure it's secure. Even though we know you wearing lashes, you still want to make sure your band just ain't all out there. To line, I did use my Epic Ink liner from NYX. Now we are going to work on the lower lash line. I'm going to take my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to pick up this peachier shade. What I'm going to do is go right under my lower lash line. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take my Morphe E36 brush, which is a pencil brush. You can use any pencil brush you have. I'm going to take the deeper orangish type of reddish shade. I'm just going to begin to put that on my lower lash line as well. But I want this more concentrated rather than like smoked out. So that's why I'm using a pencil brush to apply it. And then we're all done with eyeshadow. So the last step I'm going to do is going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is such a beautiful shade. Not shade, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. What I meant to say was, this is my favorite mascara for the lower lash line, because of the way the applicator is set up. It just really does a good job at getting each and every one of those hairs on the lower lash line. The last thing I'm going to do concerning the face, actually this is not the last thing, I am going to set with some powder. I'm taking my MAC Mineralized powder. This is a good powder for dry skin because it's mineralized and it has a bit of a sheen to it, but not much. So it's going to leave a really natural finish. It's not going to add on to the coverage. It's just going to set. What we're going to do now is this step I got from Jaclyn Hill. Y'all know I watch all different types of beauty gurus. Like, I watch a little bit of everything because I truly believe that you can learn something from everybody regardless of the sex or the race. I feel like you can learn a little bit from everyone. So I am going to take my Smashbox Photo Filter Primer Oil and I'm just going to pump a little bit out on the back of my hand. So, and what she did was she went in with a beauty blender and she said she just tapped it into the oil, but what she also did was just kept tapping it until it really didn't have that much oil on the beauty blender anymore. And she just kind of lightly went over the areas that might look the driest. Kind of went over whatever areas you want to, that you don't want to look so dry and so cakey. Those are the areas that you can do. And she pats that into the skin. Everything just looks much more radiant. I put some on the center of my forehead and now look. See, this can be my new highlighter because I truly hate highlighter on my forehead now. But now look, it's just a natural, more radiant looking. So my last step is lips. So what I'm going to do is, y'all know I love a good gloss. So I'm taking my lip liner from MAC. This is in the shade Bittersweet. I will be going in with 3 different glosses today. I know I'm extra, oh well. The first one I'll be taking is my Partner in Crime from Kylie Cosmetics. I believe this was with her collab from Jordan because I don't know why else it would be Partner in Crime. Then I'm going to go on top of that with a lip gloss in the shade Bow from MAC. And then to top it off, I'm going to take 23 from Kylie Cosmetics. And I also believe this is from the collab as well. But I just want to add a little bit of shimmer to the center. Okay, so I done put my earrings on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's time. This look is complete. So the very last step is setting your makeup with some type of setting spray. So of course I like to go on with something a little bit more hydrating. No need to be explained anymore at this point. My favorite setting spray, honestly, is the MAC Fix Plus, and they do have scents now, so I will be using the one in coconut. Your setting spray, it really depends on you and your preference, and like I said, your skin type, because they have matte setting sprays. They just have long-lasting setting sprays. They have more hydrating ones. So yeah, it just depends on you and what you need for your skin. So that completes today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've actually sat down and went step by step and told the products I was using and explained why I'm using them. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope it helped someone. So please be sure to comment down below. Feel free to ask me any questions as well about makeup, about beauty tips, about this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel as well, and then be sure to turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I do upload. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.